I am back with an Invisalign update for you. If you happen to hear any grunting or strange noises in the background, that is my daughter. I have her sitting in her bumbo chair directly behind my computer so she can watch me and be happy because she does not like to be by herself. As far as Invisalign goes, I had my appointment on Monday. This is Sunday, so I have had my Invisalign in for almost a week. My first appointment took an hour and a half. I am told that is a long appointment. Usually first appointments only take about an hour. The reason my appointment took so long is because I ended up getting my attachments on my first visit, even though I did not think I would get my attachments the first time. I ended up getting 18 attachments total, and I'm told that is a lot of attachments. Most people won't have that many, but I have a pretty serious crowding issue, especially in my bottom teeth, so obviously I needed them. As far as getting the attachments went, it was fine. It was a little uncomfortable because, as I mentioned before, I have sensitive teeth, and they have to paint on your teeth before they can permanently affix the attachments, and the paint's like a glue or a bonding agent, I guess. It tasted really nasty. It was pretty much like putting lemon juice in your mouth. It was a very sour, bitter taste. But all in all, it really wasn't bad. It just was time consuming. And you're sitting there with the cheek retractors in while they're doing it. And obviously nobody really likes to sit with cheek retractors in their mouth with all their teeth exposed to whoever may be walking by. Let's see. I also got IPR my first visit. And in case I haven't talked about that yet, that is interproximal reduction. That is where they take a drill that has like a little bit of sandpaper, it looks like a sandpaper disc, and they drill between certain teeth to create more room so that you have room for your teeth to shift around. That's an alternative to having a tooth pulled. It did not hurt, it just sounds scary, and it was really no big deal at all. It maybe felt a little bit cold while it was happening, but it was definitely not painful, and it was the quickest part of my appointment by a long shot. After they put the attachments in, they put my trays in to make sure they would fit properly, and then they took them right back out and told me the first time you wear a tray, and this goes for when you switch to your next set of aligners, you have to wear it the first time for a full 12 hours. So you put them in after dinner, you sleep overnight, and then you take them out in the morning for your coffee or breakfast before you put them back in. Okay, while I was there, they gave me the Invisalign bag, and I will show you what came with that. First and foremost, you get your set of trays. They gave me 6 at a time, so that is 12 weeks worth. On the bag, it has your name, your doctor's name, it tells you what's in the bag, upper and lower aligners, and the tray number and out of how many. I have 32 sets of aligners total, so that is 64 weeks, and then I will have refinements after that portion of my treatment is completed. So it's going to take a while, but that's okay. I will show you what the trays look like. I actually have my first set in, so I'm going to show you what's in bag number 2. These are what your aligners actually look like. This is my top tray, and they are marked right here. You can see, maybe, I don't know. It tells you upper or lower aligner, and it tells you the number of tray it is. So this is tray number 2. This is my upper, and this is the lower. So yeah, it doesn't really look that scary. It takes me a while to get them in and out of my mouth, and that's just because I have so many attachments. I'll go ahead and show you. As far as it being visible, I haven't had too many people really notice that it's in my mouth. I think the attachments makes it much more obvious than if you didn't have attachments. my 2-year-old was sitting in my lap. He just turned 2 yesterday. And obviously I have some facial piercings. I have other piercings too. He calls them my pretties. He's sitting in my lap and I was smiling at him and he pointed up at my mouth and he says, "Teeth pretties." So obviously you can see them because he commented on it and thinks they are piercings in my mouth. That's okay. But my 8-year-old was also on the sofa with us, but he was on the other end of the sofa. And he says, "Oh, do you have your Invisalign in now, Mom?" So he couldn't see it from where he was. So I'm not sure where the distance is that it becomes obvious, but up close you can obviously tell it's in, and from far away you really can't. Either way, it's better than metal braces, and I care none. Also in the bag, you get your Invisalign booklet. And this is just like instructions and frequently asked questions. It is not that detailed. These are so many different languages, so I think really only the first 4 pages are relevant at any given time. And also you get these little containers, a red one and a blue one. I keep this one in my cosmetic bag that I take with me when I go out, like if we're out to eat or something. And this is for your current set of aligners. You put your current ones in the blue. And the red one is for your last set of aligners, or your most recent before the ones you are currently using. I wondered why it was important to keep my old aligners. You know, if you've used them, your teeth have shifted, and you're onto your new set, why keep the old ones? This is why. If your aligners for some reason do not fit properly, or you lose one, or it cracks, you've got to have something in your mouth so your teeth don't slip. You go back to your previous set of aligners, so you don't ever want to lose them. And my orthodontist actually went as far as to say, when I take my current set out and move it to my old set, take the set out of my old one and put it back in the bag so that I don't lose any of my aligners. And I'm not sure why she wants me to keep all of them, but I'm going to have a bag full of aligners somewhere by the end of my treatment plan, and that's okay. And that's all that came in the Invisalign bag. Let me see what else I had to talk to you about. Okay, another thing is when you first get your aligners, the top of the aligner may not sit completely flush to your teeth, and that's because your teeth haven't shifted enough yet. So you will notice a little halo effect, and she said it can take about 5 or 6 days for it to actually sit flush against your teeth. And mine are still not completely flush. I'll see if I can get an up-close picture that's a little clear, but I kind of doubt it. There. If you can see, it almost looks like a little halo over the tops of my teeth, and that's just because the trays aren't all the way down yet. If they are not completely flush with my teeth by tomorrow, I have to call her and go in and see if maybe my attachments are just a little bit off that are causing them to be the aligners to sit higher, or if it's just the thickness of the plastic causing it to do it, which can also cause a halo effect. I'm not sure which one it is right now, but it feels to me like my trays are where they should be and that I can't push them any lower and they're not going to get any lower. But I could be wrong, and that's why I have to call my orthodontist. Putting them in is difficult, and I'm told that's only because of the number of attachments I have. It takes me approximately 3 minutes to get them in and about 3 minutes to get them out. I was speaking with a lisp. I still have a little bit of a speech impediment with it, but I told as I get used to wearing the aligners that will go away. My husband says it's really not that noticeable to him, only because I talk to him all day long. Can he tell that I'm speaking any differently than normal? I had somebody ask me about my tongue ring. Does your tongue ring affect your aligners? The answer is no. I took my tongue ring out for my appointment, and I didn't put it back in for like a full 24 hours, and that's just because I really didn't think about it until later. But no, my tongue ring does not hang up on my trays. It doesn't cause me any problems as far as speech is concerned any more than the trays themselves are. So oral piercings, at least on the tongue, not a problem with the aligners. What has been annoying about having the aligners in is they rub on my mouth, and I'm told normal braces do that too. So right now I have sores on the inside of my lip everywhere I have an attachment because it's rubbing, and the sides of my tongue feel very, very raw from touching the inside of the tray. And I'm told as time goes on that my mouth will get used to having that stuff in there, and it will not hurt forever, and those sores will go away. I'm 6 days in, and it's already way, way better than it was on day 2 and day 3. My orthodontist told me that my mouth was going to be very sore the day after putting my aligners in. My mouth, as far as my teeth are concerned, were not sore at all. The only thing that bothered me was this rubbing on my lips. And it's still there a little bit, but it's a lot better. Oral hygiene is really important while you have your aligners in because things cannot get off of your teeth as easily as if you don't have them covered. So it's very important to brush, floss, and use mouthwash every time you eat or drink something when your aligners are out before you put them back in. Flossing, I will be honest, I did not do a whole lot of before getting Invisalign because my teeth were so crowded. I could not get the string between my teeth. So I'd maybe do it once or twice a week, and that's it. Since having the IPR done, it is so much easier to floss. It's not been an issue. I do it 3 times a day every time I take my trays out to eat. So it's not a problem. And then I use the mouthwash, and that helps kill any other bacteria before I put my aligners back in. Oh, I mentioned in my first video that the whole reason I started with the Invisalign is because my tooth was chipping because of my crowding in the bottom teeth hitting my upper teeth. My tooth has chipped again. You would not be able to tell it's chipped because it was just a tiny bit, and I really don't think that it came off because of the Invisalign. I think it came off because that's just what my teeth do. That's the whole reason I'm going through this treatment. I'm going to let the chip go until my next appointment unless it gets worse. But you really can't tell that it's chipped unless you're looking closely, and you can see where the aligner is designed to fit where that tooth is no more. It's right here. That little clear area behind there is the portion of that tooth that has chipped off. So far it's not bothering me. If it gets any worse, it will bother me, and I will go to the orthodontist and have it repaired again. Oh, another question someone asked me is, how long does it take you to brush your teeth now that you have to put this extra stuff in your mouth? The answer is I have gone from 5 minutes or so in the morning to brush my teeth, rinse and all that stuff, to close to 20 minutes because you have to brush your teeth, you have to floss, you use the mouthwash, and then you have to clean your aligners and place the aligners. So yeah, it definitely takes a lot more time than I'm used to, but that's okay. I just plan for it and try to do it when my kids are napping or somebody is around to help me entertain them so that they're not left on their own for that long. And I think that is all I have for now. This is tray 1. If you want to see the progress, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I will try to get back to you, either reply to your comment directly or I will answer in my next video. And thanks for watching.